Hello again. Thanks for joining me today. I have a question for you. We are going to be talking about growth. But do you grow? I know some of you know that for sure that you were babies and you are now adults. You know, you're older, you're heavier or lighter, you're taller or whatever. You know, you have grown physically, but do you grow mentally and emotionally and spiritually? I'm amazed at how lazy and unmotivated we are as people when coming to growing and becoming better and better in life and accomplishing goals. A lot of the times it takes a crisis in our lives for us to come to the place where we must realize that we have to grow. We have to progress. We have to become smarter, stronger, more educated, whatever the case might be. We have to become more. I remember my first job many years ago, and my goodness, I got so much complaints about my work. I started thinking twice about working for the company. And then one day I sat myself down and I said, you know what? I am going to do the best job ever, like ever, and see what happens. Well, within weeks I was getting praises because I started learning more about my job, taking my job seriously, seeing areas where I could improve rather than seeing, people are always complaining. And a lot of times people do have a reason to complain, and they should complain, because if they don't complain, we will never move, and then we will give them substandard service, and then that substandard service is not what they need, and we take it personally when they challenge us to give more, because they want more. And not only that, they know we can give more, and they said, okay, so but in order to give more, you have to grow, you have to become more. So today I'm talking to you about growing. My mindset is, if you are not growing, you are dying. There is no place for stagnancy in life. Have you ever seen water that remains stagnant? After a while it just dies. It's dead water, it stinks, and you have to throw it out. And a lot of the times that is what happens to us. And a lot of times when we get the feedback from life that we are supposed to be growing and progressing, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in our jobs, whether it's the way we manage our money, whether it's the way we speak to people, whatever it is, I cannot touch on everything for everybody, but whatever it is, it's a challenge to grow. It means that you are stagnant. It means that you are stuck. It means that you are not getting any better, and you have to grow. I heard the story of a principal in a school. This principal was there for 35 years, and then they had this new graduate that came into the school, and he worked there for 2 years. And when the school needed a new principal, what did they do? They hired a gentleman that was there for 2 years. Now the guy who was there for 35 years, he was really upset, like really upset. So he went and talked to the school board about, how could you just pass me over for this promotion? I've been in this school now for like 35 years. You know what they told him? They said, you've had the same one experience for the last 35 years. You haven't grown. This gentleman has come in, and he has been there for 2 years, but he has way more experience than you have, because he has grown into the job. He has become very intuitive and creative and the whole bit, and he progressed into the job. He transformed the school, and this guy was just there. And that's a big difference. When you're growing, you're progressing. So I'm asking you the question, are you growing? Are you progressing? You have to make sacrifices. You have to study. You have to learn. You have to stretch yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to kick yourself out of bed in the morning. You have to get up and do that extra whatever it takes for you to get from point A to point B. And if you are just sitting around hoping that things are going to be better, you'd be hoping for the next 100 years and nothing is going to be better until you grow up and change. And life demands that from every single person, right? And if you feel despised and you feel rejected and you have a lot of whatever feedback you're getting from life, do take it seriously. But don't take it as though people don't like you. Take it as though people are telling you you have to grow and change and they need to see you better. Either more confident, more self-esteem, more self-worth, value yourself, get more educated, whatever it is. Life is always challenging you. And if you don't respond to these challenges, you are going to become stagnant. And when you become stagnant, you become stale. And when you become stale, you are basically useless. And I'm not insulting anybody by saying that. That is the truth, right? So you're either moving forward or you're moving back. But you're not standing still. The number one way to grow is to feed your mind. You must feed your mind. You got to read, you got to study, right? You got to take courses, right? And I take courses. I take about 2 or 3 courses a year just for the sake of doing the course. Not because I'm trying to get more educated. It's because it is necessary for my growth and my maturity. And also as I get older, it is necessary for my mental health. There's a lot of benefits to growing, you know. Learn something new at least twice a year. That is not hard. At least twice a year. You know, be involved in things that stretches you. A lot of times we don't like challenges because we're going to feel embarrassed. Hey, you got to get rid of that. Try something new. You're going to look stupid, you're going to look awkward, but guess what? You're learning something. And if you're doing it wrong, guess what? You're learning ways not to do it. And all you have to do is correct it. And pretty soon you're in the game, whatever it is, right? And if you don't do that, you're not going to grow and you are going to remain stuck. Right? You got to talk a lot. You got to read, watch videos, you know, of people who are successful. It's very important because they set the example sometimes and they set the tone for us to grow. When we see them, a lot of times we go to the movies, we hear somebody talk, and this is, you know, all of us are guilty of this, okay? Like I'm talking to you right now, and I'm sure you're saying, oh, I've heard that before, right? Or you go to a movie and you see something and you believe, hey, I can do that, right? And then you get home and you realize, guess what? I can't do it, you know? But right when you're with the person in the situation, you are feeling as invincible as they are. That's called assimilation. You're able to assimilate. That's great. But then the ability to do is another story. You have the feeling, you have the sense that you can do it, but when it comes for you to actually do it, you can't do it. And that's where growth comes in, because you actually, in my thinking, you don't get there, you grow there. I've always believed that. That's one of my mottos in my mind. Okay, for me to get to point A to point B, I have to grow from point A to point B. You have to use affirmations every day or whenever you remember. Affirmations is just like gasoline in your tank, right? You go to the gas station every day, you put some gas in and you drive on that. Well, same thing with an affirmation. It's just something that drives you. It's something that keeps you growing. But another important thing is record your life. It's important that you record your life and things that happen, because sometimes you need to go back and change, and you think that, oh, I will remember this, and guess what? You don't remember anything. So record it. One of the gurus said, if a life that's worth living is a life that's worth recording. So record your life, and when the time comes, just go back and review. You can measure, you can see where you went wrong, you can see the problems, and then you can help yourself by correcting yourself, because you know what to correct. You're not like a space cadet, as we say. You're not spaced out somewhere wondering, gee wish, I wonder what's going on. No, you have it recorded, you know what's going on, and you know what actions to take to change. It's called growth. You grow there. So that's my talk for you today. Oh, and don't forget, go to my website, e4women.com, And the songs, they are designed to help you to grow. Seriously. But faster than reading a book. Way faster than reading a book. And you're able to absorb that information and you begin to feel it, and it transforms you. That's why they're there. So make use of those tools. They're there for you. I have used them. My family have used them. My friends have used them. And they have done really well. As a matter of fact, it's because of their encouragement that I am here. I'm not a big person out there, touting or blowing my horn all the time. And people say, you gotta blow your horn, you gotta say. So I have my website and I have my YouTube channels, just letting you know that I am here to help. Also, if you have any problems that you're trying to make any breakthrough in and you're feeling stuck, you need to talk about it. My specialty is helping you to break free from the things that are holding you back. So you can drop me a line through my website and I will respond to you. So take care and good to see you. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.